Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Mercy and this is the Funny Pajamas YouTube channel. And this is my manga haul for the month of May 2022. Now straight off, I did try to observe No Manga May for this particular year. So most of the stuff that's come in is mostly carryovers from the month of April that I actually ordered in April that are coming in May, or they're pre-orders for the month of May. So basically those are it. So or stuff that I have jumped on that I don't want to go out of stock quickly. So basically that's it. Now I'm going to try. This has been recorded over the course of this entire month. It's a series of clips. So personally, I'm recording this now. I don't know personally whether I have stuck to my No Manga May decision or not, which we will find out at the end. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead. But before I go any further ahead, please take some time. If you haven't done so already, please smash that like button and please go ahead, hit that beautiful subscribe button, become a subscriber to my channel, and of course don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you're notified every time I post something new. Now that we have finished that, let's go on straight off into this month's haul. So like I said, I don't know straight off right at this point in time, I don't know whether I have stuck to my No Manga May rule or not. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that I do. Now this is currently the 8th of May 2022 when I'm recording this, and we have 2 packages that came in over the course of this week. So I'll start unboxing them. So the first item in this month's haul is Vistas Volume 9. Now I did haul Vistas a couple of months back. I don't know which month it is. I will leave a link to whichever month haul that was. But I was stuck particularly at volume 6 and 7 for the longest time. And luckily I was able to get it. So now I've started collecting it once again. I thoroughly enjoy Vistas. Vistas is in this world with anthropomorphic animals. So yeah. The art style is very different, but get past it. It's a very interesting series. I have read a few volumes. I think I've read 3 volumes so far. I waited till I got more volumes to read. Now I do believe the series is ending. Also, this mangaka Paru Itagaki happens, this is just trivia, she happens to be the daughter of the person who does the Baki franchise. Now that was very fascinating to me because their art styles is massively different. I mean, you see her art styles like this and his art style is like very, very different from her. So just a bit of trivia out there. Vistas Volume 9. So we've got our main character Legoshi. I wish I could show you some art panels or pictures because I've heard of copyright stuff and I don't want to be on the safe side. This is why I'm staying clear of showing you some of the artwork from inside. So we've got a main character who, he's right there, Legoshi. He's a wolf, and we live in this world where carnivores and herbivores coexist, and this is basically where I am right now, is a school setting. So Legoshi is a grey wolf and he's a carnivore, but he's a real gentle soul, but he's at the same time struggling with his inner instincts and the inner the beast part of him, the part of him that's a carnivore, and he falls in love with a rabbit named Haru. So he's fighting that. How do you make it work between a carnivore and a herbivore? So that's all going on. Also, there's a murder that involves a herbivore, and the herbivore gets killed or eaten, and obviously immediately suspicions are rampant throughout, and it's apparently been done by a carnivore, and suspicions fall on Legoshi. So basically where I am right now in volume 3, we've just started exploring that. They haven't placed the blame exactly on Legoshi. From what I gather, that's what's going to happen. And basically he's a really misunderstood dude, but at the same time he is fighting with his basic instincts, the instincts to consume herbivores and stuff. So it's a delicate balance between these creatures, but the world is fascinating, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I haven't watched the anime personally. Like I often said, I'll read the manga before I watch the anime. So basically I probably will read till where season 1 is, then watch season 1 probably. That's how I'm going to go about it. But yeah, Vistas Volume 9, I personally enjoy it. I find it very intriguing. Their world, the balance between these creatures, how it is and stuff like that. How the world is built around these things and all, and the society balance and stuff between carnivores and herbivores and stuff like that. So it's got a bit of romance, it's got a bit of intrigue, tension, psychological aspects and stuff like that. So it's quite an intriguing read. I will say the word I can use for Beastars is intriguing, and I personally enjoy it. So I would recommend Volume 9. Okay, next up is a very long awaited series of mine, which is Hell's Paradise Volume 1. Now, Hell's Paradise is one of those series that I was a little late on the train to. As a result, by the time I decided to start collecting this series, most of the earlier volumes are already out of stock. So that's why I'm so late in Volume 1. I do have Volumes 2 and 4, but since I didn't have Volume 1 or Volume 3, because I generally tend to give new series the 3-volume rule, I could not get into this series. I couldn't start reading it, which pains me to the greatest, because I really wanted to read this, because I was very hesitant because I heard it was very violent and gory. That's kind of what had me very, it's kind of what made me very reluctant to read this. But I will say, because it was very violent and gory, I said I was reluctant, but after having read series that tend to push that line a bit more, I do tend to shy away from such series. But personally, after reading such series like Tokyo and stuff like that, by the way, I did read Tokyo Ghoul Re, which is up which is the reading log for which is in the April 2022 reading log, so do check it out. I'll leave a somewhere up. I read Tokyo Ghoul in I think March 2022, so that I'll leave a card for that all up as well. So since having read series that tend to push that boundary a bit more, my boundaries for gore a bit more, I did want to give this a go. So Hell's Paradise Volume 1, now we've got this, the basic synopsis is we've got our lead character here, Gabimaru. He's an assassin and he's like killed a lot of people, and he ends up getting captured. I think he's betrayed, from what I gather, he's betrayed or something, and he gets captured. And the Shogun gives him along with a lot of other criminals this ultimatum: okay, I will set you free if you go to this mysterious island and you get me this elixir of life so that I can be immortal. You get me this elixir and I will free you. Now he wants to be with his wife. He's married, he has a wife, so he wants to see her again, he wants to be reunited with her, so he accepts this bargain. So these criminals are set in teams. So they're paired with another person who's basically like an executioner for them, who's supposed to execute them, from what I gather, should they try to escape. So all of these are hardened criminals, murderers and stuff. So Gabimaru and his partner are sent there. Now, the reason why it's so difficult to get the elixir is because island, seems to be, nobody comes off it alive. It's very, deadly. For some reason, everyone who gets sent there ends up dying. So the question is, why is this happening? Now, I personally don't know what the reason is, whether it's monsters or what. I don't know personally. From what I've read, I've tried to stay spoiler free as much as possible. There is an anime coming out for this. So I want to read at least a little of this before the anime comes out. So yeah. So basically, it's what the secret is behind this island. These convicts and their partners trying to survive. Who survives? Does Gabimaru get the elixir? Will he get free? Who gets the elixir? So it's all very intriguing. And this is a 13-volume series, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not much of a commitment. It is ended right now. So I'm really very sad that I kind of, I keep beating myself up. Why did I wait so much for this? The covers, I gotta say, are gorgeous for this series. So yeah, I will personally start collecting this more and more as much as possible. And now I'm wondering, should I start collecting the other volumes or should I stick to my sequential order rule or not? So I'm seesawing between that right now. But I am leaning a bit more to starting to collect. But that'll be only in the month of June. So yeah, that's Hell's Paradise Volume 1. I do have Volume 2 and Volume 4. Now, the problem is getting my hand on Volume 3. Hopefully, I can get it. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. I'm very excited. This is one of the most exciting things I want to read. I really do want to read it. So yeah, Hell's Paradise Volume 1. So that's it for this clip. I'll see you in next week's clip, which is going to be a week for me. Couple of seconds for you. See you then. Hello everyone. So a lot more packages than I expected came in over the course of this past week. I am still strongly observing No Manga May. So these are all backlogs from April that have come in. So yeah, when I'm recording this, it's currently the 15th of May 2022. Yeah, so let's unbox all these. So the first item in this clip, Love is Hard for Otaku Volume 3. So I am collecting this one by one. There is a box set that's going to be out. So I'll be going the box set and collecting this. Now straight up looking at this, I don't know if you can see it, but it feels like this particular cover load. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling. Maybe it's just me or the lighting in this room, but yeah, Waterkoi Love is Hard for Otaku. This is an office place romance, and I totally adore couple. It's otakus in their office setting, and basically their couple and how their relationships work. Straight off, I heard a lot about Waterkoi, but I heard that it is very episodic. So that was kind of what put me off of it, because I really I'm not a big fan of episodic manga. So that kind of made me hesitate. But then I said, chuck it, let me just give the first one a go. And I read it and I had time with it. So I would definitely recommend Waterkoi Love is Hard for Otaku. There is an anime which I'll be watching after I read the series, but slowly collecting these series. Up to volume 5 are out now. I think volume 6 will be coming out soon. So yeah, I personally would definitely recommend Waterkoi Love is Hard for Otaku. It is slightly older. It's an older most of the couples are older, and they are in the office setting, the two main couples. These two are, I think, in high school. So yeah, give it a go. If like a more mature romance is your thing, and if you can relate with an otaku, give this a go. It's worth reading. So next up, I have Vampire Dormitory Volume 4. Now this is I like anything with vampires. I'm not going to go into the plot of this because I always do in all my videos. It did feature heavily in my reading log for the month of April, because I binge read the first 3 volumes in the month of April. I love Vampire Diaries, and I was really waiting for this volume. Last volume left on an interesting note, so I'm glad I can pick up where I left off. So yeah, Vampire Dormitory would definitely recommend. If vampires shoujo thing is your kind of thing, give it a go. So next up, I have Queen's Quality Volume 4. Now I'm slowly collecting this series. I did read QQ Sweeper, and I very interesting approach to mental health. This is a shoujo. Yes, it is a shoujo, and I would suggest definitely read QQ Sweeper before you read Queen's Quality. I haven't started on Queen's Quality, but from what I gather, that's the way to go, because it lays a lot of the groundwork for it. So in this series, basically we have our main character here. She works for these in QQ Sweeper. How she ends up working for this family of sweepers comes into play, but basically she's actually homeless, and then this guy Q, he finds her in some old room, and then through a series of circumstances they find out she's got past that she can, and she's offered a job in this cleaning services. Now this cleaning service is very different. It's that they go into the hearts and minds of their clients and clean out all negative emotions, so that the person has a positive outlook, so that they can take the right path in their life. So basically that's their job. They go into the hearts and souls and clean out all the negative emotions, all the bad things, and help these people cope. So that's basically what they do. I thought it was a really good look at it, at mental health as such. I mean, the way they went about it was pretty fascinating, to say the least. Now, I haven't started Queen's Quality. This is by the mangaka of Dengeki Daisy. Now I haven't read any of Dengeki Daisy. Very, very straight away put it out there. Honestly, I have not read Dengeki Daisy, but from what I read in QQ Sweeper, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and that's why I'm going for Queen's Quality. Also, this is not one of the best covers, but one of the things that drew me to this series was some of the covers I've seen. They're just absolutely gorgeous. This is an ongoing series, so I will be taking my time collecting them as and when I can. QQ Sweeper Volume 4, I would definitely recommend. Okay, so next up we have Eden Zero Volume 16. Now this is a series that I pick up the volumes the minute they are released. I enjoy this series wholeheartedly. The series where I am right now has been on a bit of a lag, but I hope it picks. So we have yeah, I'm up to date with this. I think I've read up till volume 14 or 15. I'm not sure. I think 15. I'm not sure. Please don't quote me on that. But I thoroughly enjoy myself with the series. Shima's, his style of writing, his artwork. I'm an unapologetic fairy tale fan, and if you like I always tell people, if you like fairy tale, you're going to love Eden Zero, because it's basically fairy tale in space with a little sprinkling of maybe One Piece. Now I haven't read One Piece, but I know the basic synopsis of One Piece. I've read a few of the omnibuses. So it's got a bit of sprinkling of that, and it's basically a lot of fairy tale in space. So if that kind of thing floats your boat, I definitely suggest you give this a go. I enjoy this a tad bit more than I enjoy fairy tale. But yeah, Eden Zero, Mashima's artwork is just amazing. I'll show you some of it, but yeah. So this, I think, is where they are in the Aoi cosmos. They're still tracking Ziggy. They're still trying to get to Mother. So yeah, I want to see this. This guy is the big. I think he's the son of the emperor or something like that of Aoi, and I think he's got similar powers to Shiki. So I want to see where this goes. I'm very intrigued. I like the cast of characters. I like our hero. I like our main female. So yeah, it hits all the right notes for me. So yeah, give it a go. If shonen's your thing, if you like fairy tale, you're gonna love Eden Zero. That's all I gotta say about it. Eden Zero Volume 16. Okay, next up I have yet another guilty pleasure of mine, Bite Mega, The King's Omega, Volume 4. Now this is cling wrap, and I can see straight away there is a warning, parental advisory, explicit content sticker. So basically this is an Omegaverse. It gets really at various points in the manga. So if that is your thing, give it a. It's just okay. The basic synopsis is our main girl. She's an Omega, and she's hidden that fact from. In this world, there's alpha, betas, omegas. You've got your Omegaverse. You've got the alphas who are at the top of the food chain. They are the rulers thing. And she's an Omega, and she's hidden the fact from everyone. And she gets noticed by this alpha guy called Nobunaga. And he insists that she come join him in his elite academy. But she's posing as an alpha, but in actual fact, Omega. So basically that, and then there are these other guys who are also alphas, and I'm guessing she somehow manages to catch their attention. I think I've read volume 1 and 2. I have not read volume 3, and now I've got my hands on volume 4. It gets very spicy very often, so I'll give you a warning. But so far none of them came wrapped up, and none of the previous volumes came with this warning, parental advisory, warning. So I'm wondering, where is this going? Yeah, so it's definitely for older audiences. I'm a sucker for Omegaverse, so if you like those sort of things, give Bite Maker a go. I picked this up on the recommendations of Geeky Dreams. She's an amazing manga tuber, so go check out her channel. I'll leave a link down in the description. So please check her out. She was the one who spoke about this, and I was like, I'm sold. I want to read that. So Bite Maker for King's Omega. Not for everyone, but if you're into Omegaverse and like smutty shoujo stuff, give it a go. It is definitely, I don't know whether it gets smutty in this though, but I'm guessing from the warning label it may. So yeah, that's volume 4. And next up I have Vistas Volume 10 and 11. Now, I have finally started collecting this series again. I had to put it on hold because for a long time, I just was not able to get my hands on volume 6 and 7. So now that I am starting to actively collect it. I have now here volumes 10 and 11. Beastars is an intriguing manga for me. At first, I wasn't sure whether I'd like it, but then I thought I'd give it a go and I read it, and I enjoyed it. I also I didn't watch the anime. I don't think I watched it. There is an anime on Netflix, so I'm thinking of catching up with that, but I want to read till where season 1 ends off. I want to read the manga and then I will watch season 1 of the anime. But this is it's a very interesting series. Now, I think in one of my previous clips, I have unhauled I think volume 9, if I'm not mistaken, but I have given the synopsis there, and I find the basic premise of this very, very intriguing. The art style may not be for everyone, but I enjoy it, and I'm very curious to see where Legoshi as a character will go, what his progression is, his relationship with Haru progresses, and I also want to know a lot about the supporting cast, mainly Louis. I'm very interested in Louis' character also. I think he's a deer. So yeah, and also from where I have read to, I have not read much, mind you. I want to see how this Beastars are. They are like the top of the top, the most the top of the food, not the food chain. They are the most respected, most powerful. They are the most powerful person in this society of these animals. So that title of Beastars is highly vied for by many people, and Louis wants to be this current generation's Beastar, but I don't know whether Legoshi ends up being. I'm very curious to see where it goes. This is ending, or it has ended, I'm not sure yet, in Japan, so we are on the final home stretch, but I can't wait. I will be collecting this now actively, now that I've got my hands on the volumes that I was having trouble collecting, because I stick to my serial list, serial order of collecting. So yeah, Beastars volume 11. Now I've not come across these two characters yet, and what is he holding? I'm intrigued. Sign me up for this. I'm thoroughly intrigued. Also, next up we have Black Clover volumes 8 and 6. Now, I don't know why the camera is not focusing on these volumes clearly, but yeah. So this is a series that someone recommended to me, and I'm glad I gave it a go. So if you guys have any more recommendations, please hit me up in the comments, because it out. But with series, I'm not taking the plunge in and going yet. It's your guys' comments and your that gives me that push to go, and I'm glad. I'm really glad that I took the chance to read. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now I have a straight run up to 8, so I will be reading more of this. I want to collect more. I believe it is ongoing. So yeah, I like all the characters in the series. They are really lovable. I love the character of Asta. I know people find him irritating. I like him. I think this girl, I forgot her name, and I like Yami. I think Yami is one of the best characters in this manga, but each character has their own unique character, particularly in the main crew. Each character is lovable in their own way. I like the dynamic between Asta and Yuna. It's got a feeling of a slightly Naruto vibes going on, like between Sasuke and Naruto. So, the prodigy and the one who's the outcast. So, I like that dynamic. At the same time, Yuna isn't bitter about it. At least where I've read, he doesn't seem to be bitter about it. He encourages Asta all the more to reach his dream. So, yeah, I like where this is going. I enjoy myself with this. It's a fun shonen. So, if shonen is your thing, I would definitely recommend Black Clover. If like Bleach, Naruto, those sort of things make what you're into, give Black Clover a go. Don't hesitate on it like I did. So yeah, Black Clover volumes 8 and 6. Highly recommend. the next item up is Record of Ragnarok Volume 2. Now, I didn't know how I would like Volume 1, but I thoroughly enjoyed Volume 1. I did read it last month, so I have if you want my thoughts on it, it's in last month's reading log, so go check it out. I'll link it in the description down below. But I was curious as to where it would go. Like I've often mentioned, tournament arcs are not my favorite arcs in anime series or in manga, and this is basically an entire tournament. So I was intrigued in seeing where this would go. And particularly this pairing between Zeus and Adam. I mean, look at Adam, he's a skinny dude, and Zeus is this buff man, you know. He's like this. He's extremely buff and well muscled. So I'm really wondering how Adam's gonna beat Zeus. Okay. So far what I've read, I find the artwork is pretty good. It's really interesting. The depictions are fun. I'm interested in seeing this particular, like I said, they look like total opposites of each other, so I'm interested in seeing how they are going to settle this. Now the previous fight wasn't over from the previous volumes, so I want to see the conclusion of that fight too. So yeah, Record of Ragnarok, this is volume 2. It's still early on. I have not seen the Netflix adaptation and I've been told to stay away from it. So basically it's a tournament between the gods and the humans. Gods wipe out humanity, and all the pantheon gods vote on it and they decide to wipe out humanity. A Valkyrie brings up a loophole and to save the humans suggests a tournament between gods and humans, and to find the winners of the tournament will decide whether humanity lives or not. So everything hangs in the balance, and I'm interested in seeing this, so I'm very excited. Honestly, I enjoyed this series a lot more than I thought I would. I thought certain aspects were very well done, it was hilarious. I want to see how these matchups end. I'm guessing it's going to be a bit uneven, but I don't know. I'm just in for the ride right now. So I'm just going to go in blind and thoroughly, I hope I enjoy this. I hope it keeps me hooked as it has so far. But this is volume 2, and from what crazy battles are you think? If you like the kind of story in which you do not bring your brains along, you just come watch the fights between some really well muscled dudes and some very powerful OP characters. Record of Ragnarok is kind of going to be your thing. So yeah. And last but not in this clip, we have Dr. Stone volume 11 and 12. Now I had put to collecting these. I was just putting more priority on other things. Now I am picking up collecting these again. If you like science, if you like Discovery Channel science and learning stuff and all, like reconstructing things from scratch, you're going to like this. It's also extremely funny. So basically it's set in this world where one day there's this big flash of light and everyone's turned to stone, and millions of years later, Senku, who is a genius, he's a prodigy genius, he manages to break out of the shell covering, and he does that, and he manages to get his friend free too, and he decides that he is going to build the world back up from scratch, with the power of science, and reintroduce the world to all the marvels and the miracles of technology and science. So it's basically him trying to re-establish the world. Now he comes across some people who somehow seem to have survived, so it's him introducing these people also to science and technology and stuff, and the way he goes about doing it is what fascinates me. It's really intriguing. I always preferred sciences. I did tend towards history all the end. When it came to time to choose my path in life, I chose sciences. So science really intrigues me. I thoroughly enjoyed my time studying science in school and college. So if you're into that kind of thing, give this a go. This may now, just because it's heavy on science, don't pass it up. Just give it a go and see if it is to your liking. Try out volumes 1, 2 and 3 maybe, or maybe just volumes 1 and see where it goes. I thoroughly enjoyed. I like the anime as well. Also, I've watched a few episodes. I watched a few episodes to get a lay of the land, to understand how this series would be, and I enjoyed it. Senko as a character is really interesting. I like this girl. This girl here called Kohaku. I think she's real. I like her. She's totally badass and she's extremely funny. So yeah. I cannot sing the praises of this enough. I had put a halt to collecting it, but I would definitely recommend you give Dr. Stone a go. Yeah, this is in its final arc right now, so it will be ending soon. I am way behind in collecting. I'm only in volume 12. I think volume 21 or 22. It's in its 20s now, so I have to catch up. But I will be picking it up slowly. Dr. Stone, personally, I would highly recommend it to anyone who likes shonen. If you're into science and anything of the sort, give it a go. It's very different from what I expected it to be. The artwork by Boichi is amazing. So yeah, Dr. Stone volumes 11 and 12. So these are the items that came in this week. Got a lot more this week than I expected. Lots of some trashy stuff, some extremely intriguing and fun stuff. So I will stop this clip for now. I think a few more are scheduled to come in. So I will see you in the next clip, which is going to be next week for me, but it's going to be a couple of seconds for you. So do hang in there. Hey everyone, so it's currently the 28th of May 2022 and this is probably going to be the last clip in this haul unless I've got some merch which should be tacked on to the end of this clip. But I didn't film last week, so I've got a couple of deliveries that have come in over the course of the last 2 weeks. Of course, all of these orders are back orders from April. So let's start unpackaging these packages. So first up in this clip is Vinland Saga Book 7. I am actively collecting this series. This was one of the first seinen series I ever read, and I'm glad I took a chance and read this. Now currently where I am in reading, I think I've just started the farming arc. I've not gotten into it, just been introduced to it. But Vinland Saga, I was pretty shocked the way the previous arc ended. So I am looking to continue this. I am collecting this slowly, like about one volume a month, around at that pace. So hopefully I should be able to complete it be at least up to date by the end of this year. The release of volumes is few and far in between. So yeah, I know the latest volume is out sometime back. So yeah, I am slowly collecting this. I'm very interested in seeing where this goes. We've got our lead character Thorfinn, who is sort of on this quest for revenge and also in a sort of way a self-discovery sort of thing. So this has got Vikings, it's got political intrigue, it's got historical fiction and fact all meshed and glued into one. And if seinen is your kind of thing, you know what, this is the seinen series that I first got into, and I feel as a jumping on point for seinen, particularly if you like history, if you like Vikings and stuff like that, give Vinland Saga a go. You won't regret it, because for me personally, since it was my jumping on point for seinen, it was a very good jumping on point personally, and I do not regret getting into this series. Next up, we have Love of Kill Volume 7. So this is the most recent volume of Love of Kill that's currently out. And from where I am currently, I think I've read up till Volume 6. And we are currently in the backstory between Chateau and Rangha. And it kind of gives you an idea of what it is, their relationship, because from where we are right now, Chateau basically has no idea who Rangha is, but he does have a connection to her past. So we're exploring that more, and I'm glad that we're doing that. So yeah, Love of Kill, it was a bit slow in the beginning. We've got these two opposing sides, a bounty hunter and a hitman and an assassin, both on opposite sides of the playing field, but they seem to have a connection somehow. And Rangha always, he's the assassin, and he's always butting into Chateau's life and, you know, kind of poking his nose, always helping her out and always saving her butt basically. but she's always, sort of giving him the cold shoulder sort of. But this is basically their story. I know there's an anime out. I haven't watched the anime, but I enjoy Love of Kill for what it is. It's got romance, it's got mystery, it's got intrigue, it's got action. So yeah, I would definitely suggest, if you can stomach such stuff like that, if you don't mind, if you're a hardcore shoujo fan, maybe give this a miss. But if you like shoujo and you like action and you like intrigue and you like this a Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of vibe going on, give this a go. It's definitely worth your time. Next up, we have Attack on Titan, the Omnibus, volumes 1, 2 and 3. This is slightly a little dinged up here, I don't know if you can see, and sort of right here. But yeah, so I know Attack on Titan is, I know the anime is hyped up. I have watched a bit of the anime, but when I watched the anime, I wasn't able to stomach the amount of violence in it at that point in my life. So I kind of gave up on it. But ever since I saw that the series has completed, I have been wanting to watch it. But I cannot legally consume it anywhere in where I live currently. It's not available on Netflix or anything which I currently have access to legally. So I'm not able to watch the anime, which I really want to watch, because I really want to know what happens. So I knew at some point in time I was going to buy the manga, but I was not sure whether I should go in for the box sets or the individual volumes or for those big, huge, chunky, colossal editions. At first I thought I'd maybe go in for the colossal editions, but then I was having my doubts of whether I would be able to, whether I'd be able to hold it would be a comfortable read, considering the way they are structured. So I was a little worried about how comfort in reading would be. So I decided to go the omnibus route. Now this is a lot bigger than I expected it to be, the omnibus. The sheer length and the chunkiness of it, and I love this detail. It seems to be embossed slightly. I don't know if you can see it, but it's slightly embossed, so I really like this. So I am going to go the omnibus route with this. Yeah, so as they come out, I'm going to start collecting them. I hear mixed things about the manga. I really don't know how it ends. I have stayed free of spoilers. I'm going to try to, at least I'm going to persevere to stay free of spoilers as much as possible. So yeah, you guys out there, if you have read Attack on Titan, how did you guys go about it? Did you go in for the box sets, or were you collecting the singles as and when they came out? Or are you more on the colossal edition route of it? Or have you, like me, decided to go the omnibus route? Let me know. I would be very curious to hear your thoughts on it. So Attack on Titan, I don't think there's much we can say about this. It's in a world where these people live behind these giant walls, mainly because to protect them from these huge creatures, humanoid creatures called Titans. And you've got these soldiers who use these ODM gears to fight them. So basically it's an action. It's got a lot of mystery from where I've read. Our main characters. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. Also, if any of you guys know, those of you who are in India like me, if you know where I can watch this legally, because I really want to watch it legally, that's the keynote, legally. Let me know, hit me up in the comments. I'd like to know. I'm clueless in all this, so your help would be very, very much appreciated. So Attack on Titan Omnibus Edition, volumes 1, 2, 3. I'm going to really give this a go and check it out. So next up in this haul, I have Monster, the Perfect Edition volume 4. So I am collecting this. This is Naoki Urasawa's work, one of Naoki Urasawa's works, and I'm really getting into his thing. But I have made the conscious decision that I will collect the entire series before I read this. I have heard that's the binge reading it is the best way to go. So yeah, Monster, it's Naoki Urasawa's works. I personally have not read any of his works, but I am collecting Monster and also 20th Century Boys. Those of you who have read this, without any spoilers, please don't give me any spoilers. Let me know, what do you prefer? Do you prefer Monster more, or do you prefer 20th Century Boys more? I know he's got his new series Asadora also going on. So first I want to get these series, take a deep dive into Naoki Urasawa's works, and then maybe after that try out Asadora. So Monster Volume 4. I think this is called the Perfect Editions. I'm not sure. Anyway, nice, thick omnibus version. So yeah, I like the feel of this particular volume. I don't know why. It just feels deluxe. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, next up I have Blue Flag Volume 6. Now Volume 6 was the one volume I've been waiting for ages. I do have the entire series up to Volume 8 and I was only missing Volume 6 and I couldn't go forwards mainly because of that. But now that I have Volume 6, I can binge read this. I will be putting it in my TBR for next month to binge read it. So we've got this, it's like a love quadrangle between 4 students in their high school. Now I have heard the series goes off the rail in the 8th episode. Most people were really bummed out about the ending. They didn't like it. But I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to keep my mind open. And I'm going to give it an honest and fair chance to see whether this series does it for me. So we've got our main character here. So like I said, it's a love quadrangle between 4 characters and it's their journey through their high school life. So I'm very interested in seeing how it goes. Let me take a moment to point out this cover. Now all the covers have got this beautiful watercolor effect going on for them, and I really like it. I think this is a shonen, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure, but I'm very curious to read this. This will be going into my TBR for the month of June. So yeah, Blue Flag. It does have some LGBTQ plus themes in it, so I'm really excited to explore them. Moving on further ahead. So finally, I cannot stress how long I have been waiting for Volume 6. When it had first come out, I had ordered it, but it got cancelled and then I was just not able to get my hands on it. So I'm so happy to have it finally. So Blue Flag Volume 6. Also in that package, I had Vistas Volume 8. So now I have, I think, a straight run up to Volume 10 or 11. I'm not sure. But I am actively starting to collect Vistas. I did have a gap in Volume 6 and 7 for quite some time. So since I collect stuff sequentially, that was the reason I wasn't able to move forward with this series, but I will actively collect the series. I thoroughly enjoy my time with this series, and I would definitely recommend, if you can get past the anthropomorphical animals. I'm sorry, my tongue is tied. I'm sorry. If you can get past that, yeah, it's definitely an intriguing read. It's very different. I do believe the series is ended in Japan, so yeah, I want to catch up with this series as soon as possible. Okay, so next up I have King's Beast Volume 6. This is the latest volume of King's Beast out. I did have it pre-ordered, that's why it came in this month. I'm actually reading King's Beast now. I have a straight run up to Volume 6 now, including this. So yeah. Yeah. So King's Beast, basically, we follow our lead character here. It's in this world where Arjun are, like, oh my, there seems to be some dirt there. I'll have to clean that up. So yeah. So we've got this world where there are Arjuns, they are demi-humans, half beasts, half humans, and they are looked down upon in society. The young, when they are young, they are the male Arjuns who have special abilities are sent off to be beast servants to nobles and such. The females are sent off to brothels. So this young main character, I believe her name is Rangetsu. She's got a twin brother who gets sent off to be taken as a beast servant to I think the third prince. So the third prince, something happens, there's political intrigue, something happens, this young child falls prey to that and ends up getting brutally murdered. So she vows to find out and take revenge for his murder and find out why he was murdered, who did it and she wants to take revenge. So she poses as a male and enters the service of the third prince, but finds out he's nothing like what she expected him to be. So yeah, it's a bit of I've read I think volumes 1 and 2 so far, and it's a bit slow. Do look for my reading log, which should be coming up later. I'm sure it'll feature in that. So I have read up till volume 2 so far. I will admit it has gone slow, but I do hope the pace picks up. So volume 6 I will be collecting this. This is by the mangaka Rei Toma, whose other works include Dawn of the Arcana. I also believe she does the Water Dragons, the Water Gods or Water Dragons Bride. So I want to try out that series as well, but I'm having a bit I will be waiting till the end of May before I even contemplate trying it. So yeah, volume 6 of The King's Beast. I hope this does not let me down. So yeah. And the last item in this haul is Chainsaw Man Volume 10. Now I am putting a hold on reading Chainsaw Man mainly because there are only 11 volumes. I believe 11th is the final volume. This is the penultimate volume. So I'm going to wait till volume 11 comes out before I binge read the whole thing. So yeah, I do believe there's a second season that's come out, a sequel series that's going to come out according to the mangaka Tatsuki Fujimoto. So yes, Chainsaw Man is peak fiction, peak shonen currently, a very much darker shonen than would be expected. Yeah, I'm not going to show you any of the artwork, but yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait for volume 11 to come out so that I can binge read the series. It pains me to have to stop from reading it, to control myself from reading the series, but I'm going to hold out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to be able to maintain my willpower till volume 11 comes, and then I'm going to jump on that puppy as soon as possible. So yeah, volume 10. So that's the last item in this clip. I think I will be adding my merch clip. I think I have one item of merch, so do stick around for that. Hey everyone, so this is the segment where I just unbox some of the merch I get in over the course of the month. So this is probably a clip that's going to be added in later towards the end of all the clips. So yeah, so this month I did get this at the beginning of the month. So let's unbox this. This, if I'm gathering, is a figure I got in. Now as you can see, it's from Superhero Toy Store, which is a dead giveaway. So now Superhero Toy Store is an interesting figures website. They have amazing figures. They've got hot toys and stuff like that. Also they've got scale figures and stuff. Then they don't have much in terms of anime. They've got some of the standard anime like One Piece, Dragon Ball. I believe they've also got My Hero Academia. Sorry about that, I blanked out about that. My Hero Academia and stuff like that, and a couple of other more mainstream anime stuff. But they're more on other stuff like Marvel, DC, and stuff like that. So I definitely suggest you give them a look. See, they do take pre-orders and stuff like that. So yeah, they one thing I like is the stuff that comes in from them comes in really good condition. So that's why I do favor them. I'll leave a link to their website in the description down below, so check them out. So let's unbox this. So as you can see, the figure I got is the Inumaki Toge figure from Band Presto from Jujutsu Kaisen. Now those of you who are not new to my channel probably know I am a big Jujutsu Kaisen fan. I really wished that they'd show the movie here, play the movie in theaters here. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be the case. So whenever the movie hits streaming, that's probably when I'm going to be able to watch it. So that's kind of a bummer. But I am collecting as the figures, and particularly among Jujutsu Kaisen characters, I am an unapologetic Gojo simp. So I'm actually thinking of creating a sort of a Gojo shrine sort of thing. So that's going to be something in the works. But I went in and got this Inumaki Toge. So he's the curse speech user. So let's unbox this. Okay, so he comes in these parts. I will put them together. Now, if you've seen some of my other hauls, at the ends I do have certain figures. So also I did unbox a Gojo Satoru SH Figure Arts figure. So I'll leave a link to that somewhere up. Go check it out. Till then, I'm gonna go off set, assemble this off screen. I'll be right back. Okay, now that I got that assembled, we have Inumaki Toge here. Now I'll straight off say, okay, I'm gonna apologize for the horrible quality in my camera because I don't have a very, very wonderful high-end camera, quite frankly. So Inumaki Toge is the curse piece user. Now I'm collecting as the ones, my characters I enjoy. Some of my favorite characters are Gojo, Maki and Nobara Kugisaki. So I'm really hoping they come out with a Maki figure. So this is the Band Presto figure. So now the main problem I have with Band Presto figures, at least this line, is the bases. They are so damn broad and my bookshelf is not very good. By the way, I have a bookshelf organization video that I did earlier on. My first ever manga bookshelf organization video. So please check it out. I'll leave a link there. Me plugging my own videos. Sorry. But yeah, do check it out if you have time. So the problem is now if I want to put this in my bookshelf, the problem is the base is so big. It's going to occupy a lot of space. I can't put many figures together, which is a problem for me. So yeah, Inumaki Toge in his, silent self. So yeah, he's one. I like him as a character, not on my top tier, but I enjoy him. The fact that he can't say many words itself, a man of few words in every sense of the term. So yeah, so anyway, that's it. On to the next clip. So that's all I have for this month's haul. I was actually thinking that it would be much less because I as far as I could, I stuck to my No Manga May rule, and so all these volumes are actually backlogs from the month of April that have been delivered. So yeah, as far as I can say, yes, No Manga May was a success for me personally. So I'm guessing June's going to be a bit more on the thinner side. The haul's not going to be as much as it is right now. But yeah, that's all in this month's haul. Now before you go, please you guys, I'd love to hear your comments on stuff, any suggestions that you have to give me. They make my day, so hit me up in the comments section down below. My social media handles are up currently on the screen, so you can hit me up on those on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. I also have an email account that you can check out. You can send me an email on if social media is not your jazz. It's also currently up on the screen, simply on mercy@funny-pajamas.com. Pajamas with a Y. I can't wait to hear from you guys. I thoroughly enjoy looking at other people's hauls. MangaTube is just such an amazing niche community that I never thought I'd find myself getting involved in, and I'm so thankful to all you people who interact with me. It makes my day whenever I get a comment or a suggestion or anything from you guys. So yeah, I'm sorry, I kind of just rambled on. So that's it for right now. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to end this video right now. I'm going to say bye to you guys. This is Mercy signing out. Bye. Have a good one, everyone.